I usually snap the most is kind of amusement park in a line. When is it okay to fight or protect yourself or protect your family? At what point do I think it's okay? Fuck. As I gotten older, I've definitely matured a lot, but there's still a point where you're like, enough is enough. And whether it be, you know, I let it slide a little bit more at the bars and out when people are drunk, when I'm around people because they're drunk and they're dumb and you warn them and you tell them to back off and you warn them, and then you just simply say, one more time, bro, I'll beat your fucking ass, you know, and which usually escalates or that handles it, one of the two. But if someone's coming at you like road rage wise or coming at you with your family, yeah, there's no warning. I just go straight into whipping your fucking ass. That's my plan. If someone wants to do something stupid like bump into me or get a tone with me or something, I'm gonna ask him like, what? Excuse me? Blah, blah, blah. Depending on what his answer is depending on my next step. And now I'm no longer in the UFC. I no longer have to worry about losing my job. So coming on fucking glued and whipping the dog shit out of somebody is back on my favorite thing to do. So I wouldn't give someone much time. They'd have to. I mean, you could tell the guys that are looking for some shit and the guys that are just trying to test you. So typically the road rage situation, I don't tolerate at all. I'll drag you out of your fucking car and beat the fuck out of you. But at a gas station, at a park, at like t-ball practice. Got a dad over there yelling and saying dumb shit, I'll probably just warn him, hey, watch your mouth, there's kids here, and depending on how it escalates and how it goes from there. I don't have the right answer for you on that, other than it's kind of a scenario-based situation. Other than my response typically is going to be short and pretty stern. I'm not going to yell and scream and get in your face and try and push you and make a scene. I'm just going to check you right away, and depending on how your answer is, if you understood what I was doing and like, oh, got it, or you want to now bow up because you're in front of your friends and make a statement, yeah, then we're going there. And that's just kind of my game plan, always going into any circumstance. I wish I had a story recently to tell you guys, but I just don't. All my stories usually end up stern words, and the guy usually fuck you and walks off, and that's okay with me. He can say fuck you and he can keep yelling as long as he's walking the other direction away from me and getting his car and leaving. I'm fine with that. He can say whatever he wants to me as long as he's walking the other direction. So when they step forward and try to initiate is when I now have an issue. And I would never put the kids and wife in a vehicle and then go back in looking for the trouble, because that's when the fuck up thoughts in my brain would start working and I'd get into a lot of trouble. So I would just need to act right when I could, or if I'm walking away with the wife and kids, now I've made the active decision to go away. And that's the only thing I can say. It has to be right now. If it happens on the spot, I can at least claim some kind of just a fight. The skill, like I've had 25 years fighting in the UFC and 25 years of the hardest training and the hardest putting myself in the worst possible situations you can imagine and fighting my way out of, right? So with that being said, I'm not saying that translates into a street fight. I'm saying that translates into, it doesn't matter what this guy approaching me is saying. I know without a shadow of my doubt that I'm going to whip his ass. And he might hit me, he might take me down, and he might get the better of me, but I ain't quitting. He better be ready for 45 minutes to an hour of fighting me, because I'm coming unglued. And that in my mind I have. And sometimes I'm like, oh, this guy is big and it's going to take a lot. Like, do we want to go there? But it's also to the point where, man, I would just beat your ass. Like, it's almost giving them like a free hall pass, kind of like, bro, listen, I know you think that way and you sound really tough, but just, you're right. All right, whatever, get out of here, And depending on where I am, I usually snap the most is kind of amusement park in a line. I'm in a line doing something, there's like a lot of people. That to me is normally when I lose my mind and I speak up. and let the guy know that, oh, bro, we can step out of this line and I will end your fucking entire weekend. So it's not like it used to be. You can't just whip someone's ass and go on about your day now. Now it's someone's got it on a video, someone's got it recorded, someone's calling the police. At least for me, the cops are getting called for sure. If you push me to the point, I'm mauling you like a bear. I'm not just going to hit you in the body, drop you, and get in my truck and walk away. Like, I'm going to warn you and tell you to back down and stop. You don't want to do this. So once you cross the line, yeah, you're in a bind. You're going to the hospital. I'm stomping you. So that for sure is happening. So do I want to fuck the rest of my day up? Goes through my mind. Sometimes the rage just offsets it and I don't even care, depending on the situation. But if we were out at the bar and someone grabbed my wife's ass or slapped her ass when we were outside, oh yeah. For one, I wouldn't do it in the bar. We are leaving the bar, whether you are getting drugged by me or you're willing to walk outside by yourself. But you can bring your buddies too, but that's for sure. We are now, that's happening. So any kind of disrespect to me or my family, for sure you're getting your ass whipped. Yeah, but I think even those people that don't want to fight at all costs will still get in a fight. Like, there's a point that every person will get broke. And you know what I mean? You can only whack the beehive so many times you find they're just like, fine. But I just also think there's a certain breed of person that is like that. Some of these guys like, no, real passive and don't care. And they, like this weekend, for instance, I didn't get in a fight on my boat, but Memorial Day weekend, we just bought a new lake house, and you come out of our bay, and then you could take a left or you can take a right. Sun's going down, blowing winds all weekend long, all weekend. So finally sets up, perfect, out of nowhere, glass. We jump out and we go. We probably have 15 minutes. So I had to stay in front of our house. Anyways, the neighbors were complaining that my boat throws a huge wake, so we were rocking their boats out of their slips. They were all pissed off. I get it. Bad move on my part. Wasn't thinking through of the other people. But mind you, we just had 45-mile-an-hour winds all weekend long. Like, if your boat was that bad, it should have been out of the water. Like, you shouldn't have, you know what I mean? Anyways, different subject. They called 911. Called the park ranger. Oh, he's driving. For one, there's no buoys. There's no wake zone. None of that. So it's fair game. Okay? Park ranger comes talk to me. Cowboy, what are you doing? I said, man, it's getting dark. Blah, blah. I get it. Can you please try? Sure. I'll stay away. Whatever. Well, the next day, I didn't stay away. I, in fact, opened my surf gate on his side and decided I would just run him up and down. Well, here him and all his friends come running down the dock to get into an altercation, so I just simply drive over there, and I had one of my other buddies in the boat who starts yelling. I said, Chris, shut the fuck up. I got this. And then I told the guy, tell your friends they can fuck off too, because I don't need to talk to them. I just need to talk to you. You want to be a good neighbor, and this isn't very neighborly. I said, very neighborly is walking 3 houses down and be like, Cowboy, what you did yesterday was not right. Like, you shouldn't have come out, we were trying to tie our boats up, you were breaking the lines. Like, and I would have been like, you are right, man. That was my bad. But him just approaching me in that manner, like, and not having a man-to-man conversation, that to me really pissed me off. So I got off my boat and went and had a talk with the gentleman, and now we're square. Everything's good. I told him, look, I don't ever have to come out here and go that way again. I get it. He's like, I get it. We were just drinking. We were all wound up, and I didn't know what to do. I said, so you called the cops? I was like, I don't know what to do. He said, why don't you just walk down or call me? You have my number. That's just the man-to-man conversation I think we're having in this world we're living in, is fucking just quick to call, quick to get on the internet and write a complaint or write a meme or something, when you could just walk down and be a man and be like, this is what you're doing wrong. Either fix it or I'm going to have to call the authorities. Either fix it or I'm going to try and whip your ass. Like, to me, that would have registered to me so much better, but we're on the right page now. I spoke with the guy. I said, listen, man, you want to talk to me like a man, this is what you need to do. If I have a problem with you, you want to be neighborly, I'll come down and talk to you. If not, bro, I don't have a job. I'm retired. Every day I'll wake up and drive to the lake and just fuck with you. I don't care. This is a lake. It's open. I can do whatever I want. So he decided he doesn't want to go to war with Cowboy. He wants to be my friend. Anyways, my boats didn't ship loose or break or do anything, but he was just drunk and wanting to puff up his chest and be that man character that we're talking about, where I'm going to go do something. And then when he got downtown to do something, he just had to call the cops because he didn't have it in him to come face to face with someone who really is going to deal with it. But we got all sorted out, and that was my almost whipped the dude's ass on the boat dock story. So